I don't know if I should split it because this hair is really full and I don't want it too thick because I'm going to do a nice sleep bob. get the razor so I can split this baby. It is hot. So I'm gathering the rest of the summer is going to be hot. Jesus. So we don't want this unit too thick. What I got left. This whole thing was filled with needles. going under like this makes it really flat to the cap. When I go over like this, it helps me to secure it. And then I might go back towards this way and go under again, or I might just keep going. Depends on how I feel the track is going. I'm not pulling too tight because I want the cap to still have stretch to it. I'm not trying to drag all the stretch out of the cap. So there's still a lot of stretch to the cap. And I never go through these lines, ever. I always go in and then go all the way over. And I split this piece because as you all can see, the rest is really full. I actually came on when I already started earlier, but I'm like, why not? Why not just come live and just do what I'm doing? So that's why we're here at this point. But if you want to know how to make a wig from scratch, just hit me up in the comment section and you can join membership. And I'll talk you through it. And you know exactly what to do, how to get it right. What is that? That TV's cracked. That's that ghetto TV. Back in the day, you would have to use some silver foil, make your own antenna, put that TV in the window. That is funny. sun is terrible. Sorry, guys. Let me get the sun out the way. Hi, Rhonda. I know. I'm going to set that up now. I was just working, you know, so I wasn't really. I was going to wait till a few questions were there and then I answer them. But I have the lobby right here. Thanks for checking in, girl. You always checking up on me. I'm having withdrawal from the trial that I was so addicted to, so yeah, back to work on a serious note. How tight that is to the well, this hairstyle, I think I'm gonna do a sleek bob with it, but it's a full frontal 13 by 4 HD lace 613 blonde. In another video, I already did the roots of the lace, meaning taking out the white knots, so there's no more white knots there. So I did that earlier, and I'm just putting the tracks on now. As you guys can see, especially you, Rhonda, these are really full tracks, so I'm trying not to do it so close together. All the tracks I did before this, I did not split, but I split this track. Now, you might be saying, why am I using black thread to do blonde hair? I'd rather use black thread to do blonde hair because I'm using a black cap, number one. Number two, I'm doing it close enough to where you're not going to be able to see through once all the tracks are in. You won't be able to see through it. Even if you like move it around, it will still be good. Number three, sometimes I'm going to tell you guys why I don't like using white thread. Because sometimes white threads seeps its ugly head through. I don't know why. It just does that. I don't know why it do that. And you can tell that it's a white thread. With black, if you see black in the root of blonde, you might mistake it for like new growth, you know? So that's why I always use black thread or like a very dark brown thread, because it can be mistaken for new growth instead of a piece of like bright white thread coming out your scalp. So I didn't mean to laugh, but that's why I don't use a white thread or a lighter thread to sew blonde hair, because it's a travesty sometimes. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can leave it in the chat and I'll answer it for you. And I'm just here doing a wig. That's it. Nothing special. I sell wigs also. So, and basically this is a how-to tutorial. ASMR, really, not really talking too much, but see how close that is. So Yeah, and these wigs fit really snug. So this hair is not the top of the line quality blonde. So that's why I just want it sleek and not too much hair to where it gets all bulky and stuff. So I'm going to continue. This piece is split, so I'm not going to continue with this piece. I'm going to do my next track is going to be not split. So I'll put it right here. Cover that up. All right. No, I have tried the clear plastic kind of looking thread, whatever that clear thread is. I don't like it. It doesn't have enough grip for me. So yeah, I stick to my good old black thread. Not the nylon one. It's kind of like cotton, I want to say. I don't know, but it's really firm. It holds the tracks really good. I probably won't finish the whole wig today, but I've actually been working on this unit all morning as far as starting on the lace and customizing that first. So yeah, it's been a minute. And I did another blonde wig earlier this morning. So yeah, just on here to show you guys a little bit of what's going on in the studio. Don't worry about the gap that you might see in here, and that's why sometimes I split some of the pieces so the gap won't be so wide. But honestly, this is like the back of the head. Remember, you have the frontal, so that is falling to the back. So you won't see that. You literally won't see that once the wig is done. So don't worry about leaving a big gap with thick hair, because just make sure as you get to at least this area, which is the dome at the top, that you go really close, but not close to make it bulk, but close. But right here, we're just going to put a nice little gap there, and then we're going to go closer as we get to the top. But I'm going to make a strategic decision, so bear with me, guys. What I might do is fill that in with a piece that splits. We're not going to do all of that because I'm not messing up my unit. We're going to make sure that it's done really nice and neat, so we're just going to keep going. So my decision is to keep going with the track that I have. Once the hair is wet down or flat iron, it's going to be really, you know, to the volume it needs to be anyway. So it should be okay. So I'm going to make that decision to just keep going and not go too much. But you guys are going to see where it goes. And how you know if you're pulling too much is if your lines are just like way out of pocket, like stretching away from each other too much. That's how you know if you're pulling too much. Do not pull because you want your cap to have, you know, pullage. So I'm coming down a little bit. So this is where I want it, so I'm going to go in from exactly where I want it, which is about right here. Make a deep poke and come as close to that track as I can. Put that baby in here. And I'm going to use this piece to guide me around. Not the whole around, but it's a method to my madness. If you want a class, let me know and I can teach you the madness to let you know. Well, the blessing actually. No, we're not going to call it madness. So how to do your wigs that it will last you for a while and you actually buying the hair, sitting there and making it. You're not wasting your time. So guys, you see that? Where's the comb? And you could also, you know, put a deep color in the roots. That's even better. A darker color. Or you don't have to. It doesn't even matter. So whatever thread I have left over, I just back it up. If that made any sense. So we're going to keep going. Cut this thread. Oh, I keep losing my shears. I don't know if you guys can see good. The sun's acting. The sun's doing its thing right now. So I hope you guys can see good. So what you guys been doing? Leave in the comment section what you guys been doing on the hot days. Anybody been to the beach? Anybody, what's the latest show you have watched? Let me know. I would like to know. And what town do you live in? What city, at least? That would be fun to know, guys. Guys can leave me a super thanks if you like. Or you can join membership. It's still $5 a month. sometimes I don't like cutting the thread out because I like to secure it, secure the last thread with the new thread. So that's why I don't always cut it out. I've had this orange thing from, I want to say, since 2019. I've been using this just for my needles. Wow. And it's like I could always get a new one. I literally got it from the Dollar Tree, but I tried using a new one and it's like it doesn't work the same. Alright, we got a new thread. Hi to everyone that's coming in. What size is this wig going to be? This size wig is going to be for anyone that has a size head from 21.5 to 22 inches. It will be able to fit either or. It doesn't fit just one person. My wigs are kind of more unisex. Like if I'm going to make a wig for a larger size head, I'll make a wig for a larger size head, which is between 22 and 23 inches. A regular size head, meaning and it depends on the person if they have a lot of hair or not, meaning you have to be braided down properly. So, but my wigs, that's why I use these caps, because these caps, they're snug while I'm sewing, but when you're wearing the unit, it stretches to the head. So yeah, if that made sense, the rambling that I just did. All right, let me get the laptop so I can see, guys. I'm trying to get it together. That case had my whole life. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, shoot. I need to. I know I need to put that investment in other areas in my life. I was so invested into that case. Only because it was in my hometown and so close to me, but yeah. She's not guilty, guys. She's not guilty. Can you believe it? When do you ever hear somebody's not guilty? All right, we're gonna finish up that track right there. Thanks for all the likes, guys. I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. I have oh no, I'm going to post a video of how I customized the lace and took out the white knots earlier. Hi, Jasmine. What's happening? Oh, what's happening? I'm making a wig. That's it. Nothing too much going on. Rhonda, you're the, what do they call it? You're the moderator. If I don't say hi to them for my subscribers. Hopefully when you guys come and you subscribe. Hi, Clarice. Let me see what Clarice said. How far down do I bring the cap on the mannequin? Well, that is something I will actually have to show you and explain to you while I'm doing it. But it depends on the size of the head of the model that I'm doing the unit for. The client's head don't really have to be big, but sometimes that client might have a lot of hair. So I make like 3 different types of sizes depending on the model. But when I make unisex, not unisex, but when I make units that can fit mostly everyone, it's a certain way that I stretch it. But like I said, the cap that I use, it still stretches a lot even after the unit is done. So that's why I love to use the cap that I use. I don't know if I showed it earlier in the video. What did I do with the cap? I'm going to show you the cap that I use, but if you use that cap, you can ensure that your unit won't be tight. There's definitely other caps that I use that really is really bad, real bad, that doesn't stretch at all. Well, not at all, but not properly. Sorry if I didn't answer any questions. I just set up my other thingy over there so I can see the comments while I'm working or while I'm doing this units. All right, where is the... Right, here we go. Why you say she would have got pardoned? Well, yeah, she would have gotten pardoned because she didn't do it, but at the end of the day, no jury would have ever said that she was guilty. Would have either been hung again, mistrial, or acquitted like she is now. She got guilty on one charge though. So And she only got 1 year probation for it, which they could have locked her up, but in this state, you don't really lock people up on their first offense for that, for drinking, for OUI. They used to call it DUI, but I guess they're calling it OUI. So she got 1 year probation, as she should. All right. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ola. Hi, Hula. So I'm hoping I have a split piece, which I have this piece that's split. Because like I said, I don't want it too thick because as I get up to the top, I'm not going to split it. Alright, this piece is looking crazy, so we'll figure that out. So I'll just add this piece right here, just so we don't have that big gap right there sticking out too much, and then I'll continue that way. And I never sew over the lines, over these lines. I never sew over these. So I'm going to start it from right there. Have it like that so it can be symmetrical how it should. And this is only a filler, this piece right here. Sun is coming through really pretty. Like I said, so when I go under, that's to bring it really flat, and when I go over, it's to secure it. Alright, so I connected that to the last track I just did, so that's really secure. Continue to secure it some more, and then I'll go under to make sure it's flat to the cap. vitamin D right now. My face is flooded in the sun. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Like I was listening to this YouTuber lady that does like psychiatry, more than psychiatry, like body, what do you call it? Body language, psychiatry, all kind of stuff she was saying that's on her what she went to school for. And she's basically like, if your mind, it's so weird how the man's family just believed that. Why they not believing? It's so obvious who killed the man. The mind is a powerful thing. When you wanted to tell you something, you're going to believe that with your whole chest. It's crazy. But I don't care, even if I don't feel good, if it's not the truth, it is what it is. I'm not going to be sitting there like I'm retarded knowing that it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm like, what? Why so many people, even though it's not as much people that know she's innocent, but even the handful, like, what is wrong with them? Like, oh my God, it's just like weird, like Twilight Zone. What the heck? Even though the people that allegedly did it befriended the family, so I guess they love money more over justice. Really secure. Me too. Actually, she don't live in her neighborhood. I think she went back to live with her parents because while the first trial was going on, she was living with her parents. But when she hired the big dogs, Alan Jackson, and what was the other one? Alessi eventually came on, but when she hired them, she moved down Seaport in a hotel where all of them stayed, where they could deal with the case. But yeah, they put her on the news the other day, taking out her trash, looking well happy, looking nice and refreshed. And I can't imagine going through that. Her parents were there the whole time. They was not playing every single day, and they're like in their 70s. All right, we're gonna put that on. Usually I can start from this side, but I don't want to. I'll just keep going from my right side. Yeah, I'll just keep going from this side. Or usually when I go from this side, I do it off camera because it's real awkward how I have to do the mannequin head. But I think I'm gonna go that way, so you guys just, it's whatever. I'm just gonna do it that way, even though I don't like it. It's so uncomfortable, but because I've been going one way the whole time, I need to get some pullage going this way. And I already got some thread over here. One, two. Okay. Yeah, back to her life. I don't know. Yeah, she's back to life, but I don't know if per usual. She used to be a teacher, teaching finance, but she said she don't know if she could go back. But she could write a book. She could she's definitely gonna have movie situations. You know, by the time Prime, Tubi, Netflix, Dateline, ID, 48 Hours, by the time all them shows finish with her, she should have a good little change in her bank. But she's still young, so I don't know what she's gonna do. I think she's only like what, 45 or 45 now. All right, so here's the cap that I use. If you guys are interested, this cap is the best cap to use because it stretches. I don't use the spandex. I use the mesh dome, and it has to be this brand. It has to. If it's not even a good wig to me, honestly. I finally took my braids out, guys. Well, Rhonda, I finally took them braids out. I miss them. I'm gonna put them back. All right. So we're gonna start from over here. Go around. My lighting is horrible, but I'm ordering these lights. Well, I ordered some lights and I didn't like them. I had to send them back, but I think I found the ones that I really like, and I'm gonna be using them soon, where the lighting will be way better. It's all patchy. I hate it. Usually I'll have this in my lap when I'm doing it from this angle. So I'm trying my best, guys. But this is a good way to do it because once you're going this way, the whole roll, I'm going to automatically go under. So the whole roll would be flat. So that's good. even though everything is flat, but just doing this one technique, this is the flat style. Like I said, when I go over, it's the secure style method of sewing, not style. Yeah. Yeah. I don't order. Well, I don't really see the caps on Amazon like that. It's hard to find them online. I just go to my and every beauty supply doesn't sell them. It's so annoying. So I just buy a whole bunch at one time. And I like when I buy it at the beauty supply because I get my 15 to 20% off. I'm here, Rhonda. All right, this went short on me, but I'm gonna. That's why I should have never cut. I never cut my needles. I should have never cut the last thread that I had right here because it would have been perfect. But it's okay. I'm just gonna start a whole new thread. Or maybe I have a. Nope. I'll just do a new one. When these are done, the live is gonna be done, and I'm gonna thread the whole thing over again. Leave a comment in the chat if you guys want me to do a live of threading all my needles and see how long it takes me. I should do that. See how long it takes me to thread all the needles that I have. This one's actually a short one, which is I'm happy about. Sometimes I don't like when they're too long. It's like annoying. What is going on? Alright, we're just gonna cut it because we don't have time. That's gonna slide right out. Yeah. We back this baby up. Some space and opportunity. I've been threading like I want to say, I want to say at least 60. I want to say. But I would love to just have 100 needles threaded. That's my biggest pet peeve is threading these things. Ugh. When my niece was visiting, I used to be like, thread these needles for me. That was her job. Yeah, but I would like to have at least 60 needles. Wait a minute. I just went crazy, y'all. I was like, oh my God, I stopped my leg. All right. I kind of got it together because I'm doing it off. This is this awkward side. Usually I would have the mannequin in my lap when I'm doing this part. But the things I do for my subbies, for my handlers. So I'm kind of going through the withdrawal of the trial. I'm trying to figure out, like, oh my God, I'd be too invested. I don't want to be, I need to be invested into my channel like that. Like, I can't be giving stuff like that so much time. Oh my gosh. Unless I start doing commentary while I'm doing hair about it because it's too much time. never invested in watching that stuff. See how neat? Yeah, I still have the female picture, but I feel like this is more, I feel like she was taking all the attention. I was jealous. Yeah, but oh no, I really love the flowers in the summertime. And it's not even done yet, Rhonda. Oh my God, wait till you see. It's gonna look like a whole like garden when I'm done. And I'm gonna move the studio closer to the middle of the floor as to not so much against the wall. So I'll be in the middle of the floor where we'll see the background a lot more. Because it's really nice, even like up to the ceiling, but I still gotta finish that part. Alright, so this part is really difficult to go around this way. That's what we're gonna accomplish, just like that. Was the long piece of thick thread that I was not trying to go through. How and where? I store them on here. Right on here. And I just hang it to the wall. It's hanging on the wall, but this whole thing right here is filled. And what I do is I put them on really neat, like bang, 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 and I just make sure to have it on the wall, and as I pull it off, it might look tangled, but it comes right out. So they don't get tangled. I never said I did 100. I would like to. I think I do around mostly 50 or 60 at once. Yeah, there's this movie on Prime I'm about to watch though. It's called is it called The Best or The Favorite? I think it's called, I don't want to say it but it's called The Best, or is it The Best Sister? Or The Favorite Sister? But I think it's about a sister that had a fiance, a boyfriend that eventually turned into a fiance. Don't quote me on it. I'm not sure if that's what it's about, but I think it is. And I don't know if they had got engaged or whatever, but long story short, her sister ended up taking away the man. He was rich, by the way. And the sister ended up marrying him and taking him from the sister. And eventually, when the mother died, they were going to meet. I don't know. It's something of that nature. They're going to have to basically see each other again because of an event that happened in the family. And I think somebody, I don't know, but it looks good. It's on Prime. I can't tell you what it's about because I never really saw it. I haven't seen it, but it looks good. I've seen the preview or whatever. Not even the preview. I just read. Did I read it? I don't know. Yeah, I just saw the preview a little bit. It looks good. My thing is I like true stories, real events, stuff like that. So it's hard for me to find a real good movie because of the type of movies that I like. Hi, Gator. But thank you for liking the wall, Rhonda. Can't wait till it's done. I have super thanks if you guys want to donate to the channel. Get this wall done real nice so we can get some better content out and I don't have to be so stuck to the wall. I can't stop loving you. We just do something. I heard the feds dropped the case, Rhonda, against Mr. Diddler. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm trying to figure out how to mod you. I was trying to figure that out the other day. But before I finish the live, I'm gonna see if I have to do it while you're on. I don't know. Okay, but we're gonna figure that out, Rhonda. But thanks for putting. Rhonda is the moderator, guys. So she's keeping on top of things for me. I know, right? It's just, I don't know what to think about that. What do you think, Rhonda? Let me put you in the hot seat because it's like, I don't want him to go to jail for the rest of his life, but I mean, he needs to suffer some type of consequences, I think. Not every situation. Cassie and 50 Cent baby mama, allegedly. Okay, they were victims sometimes, not all the time, but I'm sure there were people that were straight victims, because that man is crazy. The devil himself, and he learned from the best. Wink, wink. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know why everybody understand trying to send him to jail per se, but I loved him. I wanted to spend time with him. I didn't. I'm like, do you want the man to go to jail, or do you want him out to have you in some more baby oil situations? Like, make it make sense. I don't know why they love wasting people tax money, because this is crazy. But it's whatever. I don't know. I didn't really keep up with it. What's going on in the courtroom? Just a little bit. I did because it's a federal case and they don't televise. It won't be televised because it's a federal case. So yeah. But they're saying basically they hope the state picks it up. So I don't know if y'all gonna drop all the charges and y'all knew everything so called. It doesn't make sense. Why go through all of that? And Cassie's dumb. I wouldn't even have testified. Like they just let her put her whole life. They did her dirty. So they dropped the charges on Mr. Diddler after Cassie, pregnant with her third child for her husband, that she was a whole slut for Diddler, like, and told everything. Like, that could have been kept private and she could have went to her grave with it. Now his whole family knows. I'm sure she didn't tell him everything, even though Diddler hired him and he know most of the stuff that happened. Her husband, Mr. Fine, but I'm sure she didn't go into detail. And for her to have to put her whole whatever went on out there as a victim, because she was young or whatever, but we're not going to get into that. But to say your whole business out in the world like that and then they drop the case, are y'all kidding me? I'm sure she was fine with her little $20 million she got after they was awarded $30 million. And she could have kept it moving. Y'all had this girl on the stand talking about how many times she was yellowed, painted on, and how many times all kind of stuff just to drop the case. You think you know? They ain't. I watched a movie on, because while I do these, if I'm not on doing a live or whatever, I'm watching another movie. And I watched the movie how it was the end of woman. There was no more woman, and if you was alive as a woman, they was looking for you, and it was $2 million reward or whatever to catch you and to turn you over to the government. Like, this is basically what's happening. Like, y'all just do females any old way. Not saying anything that she did was or participated was right, but y'all could have left that girl alone and let her go off into the sunset with her big pregnant belly with her husband. They so evil. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Why are you volunteering yourself to tell your deepest, darkest, dark secrets? Like, girl. And then they just what? I would be, man, listen. And you can't even take it back. It's out there. It will forever be out there. When your kids grow up, they're gonna see it. It's just terrible. I don't know what these people doing. Wasting people time and money. Don't make any sense to me. Like, what? I'm still hearing, oh, I can't even get over that. It's crazy. I would be, yo, and this type of stuff was going on all week. You probably slept with over 500 men for Diddy. And You had to say it all on the stand, and they dropped the case. Oh, you see the hypocrisy, the handmade tale type of trash going on? Let me find out. All right, thank God this is done on this side because I really don't like doing it on this side. But it really helps out because you need pullage in the other direction. So let's go. About to cut this off right here. I know, greed. She loved the money. Yeah, she couldn't deal without the money and all of that. But I mean, especially back in them times when she was going through it, I knew a lot of not new, but remember, I do hear. I know a lot of females that would have been on the same type of time that she was on to have the lifestyle of P. Diddy, bad boy, not Rockefeller, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And then what's so sad, like, I'm not even, you know what? With the Jane Doe, she's calling herself. Girl, you a whole in your late 30s. You loved it. You wanted to do it. You wanted the money. You wanted the all what came with being that dude's girlfriend that you thought you was gonna be his number one or whatever. I don't know. But that dude slutted you out in real time, like past 2020. Like what? I mean, let me stop because I'll keep going. And I'm here to do hair. I'm not here to talk celebrity tea, okay? But yeah, that greed. I don't think she was bribed. She wasn't bribed. She just had greed. And then she's from Connecticut, you know, little Connecticut girly or whatever, off to New York. She want everybody, all her friends, her family to think that she's there. She's in New York with Bad Boy, P. Diddy, making music, doing her thing. How's she gonna look going home beat up and sex trafficked? Yeah, 50. I love, man. I don't know, 50. I don't know, sir. And you know what's so, God is a very humorous person, entity, God. Not even, he's just God. God is very humorous because as much as I liked 50 Cent and he got on my nerve or whatever, he gets on my nerve, but I still always had a like for him. But what I never liked about him is how he dissed his original son, his first son. And that boy is intelligent, you know, but it was over money, I guess, or whatever. Him and his baby mama wasn't getting along because I guess he claimed that all she wants money. But at the same time, that's your son, you know, to build a different relationship with him separate from the mother, if that's the case. You got money, that's your son. He looked just like you, like, dude. Anyway, you dissed this boy, most of his life because you didn't like his mom. And it was always some kind of controversy. You know, pictures with your son, with Jane Doe's son. This, that on your social media. And look, the dude you hate with all your guts is paying your son's rent. Tell me that is not God laughing. has a baby for 50. But 50's oldest son, they never got along because he don't like his baby, the first son's mother. And look how he used to try to put up the second one on a pedestal, and look what she turned out to be. A whole 5-6 dudes in 1 week with this dude sitting right beside you watching, like, making what? Terrible. But Rhonda, yeah, I think we need a subject on here that we can talk about. Because I'm going to come back on here and finish this. Because I've been working on this all day. And with the top, you really have to be really, tedious, careful, really neat, stuff like that. This piece I'm going to put is going to be split because the rest of the tracks I am not going to split. So let me start from here. Make our way over to there. Yeah, it's sad. Terrible. I think I'm going to end the live soon because I really want this to come out neat, and I'll come back either later or tomorrow if you guys are up to it, but I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit. This wig's going to be fabulous. So hot, and I got a daggone sweater on. Make it make sense. Yeah, I don't really like him because he's not fair. He's not fair. He always talking a lot of trash, and you need to clean out your toilet first before you go try to sit on somebody else's toilet and shit. He's like, he's horrible, but I mean, he's smart, and I respect him for that much, but as far as his business. But I heard he's really like Scrooge cheap, and that's annoying. You are not leaving this earth with nothing, boy. Alright, yeah, I see what's going on here. It's time for me to stop the live, so, because I don't want, gaps like that to be happening. I need to start fresh. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what's going on. Yeah, go check it out. It's horrible. It's very horrible. This is a 13 by 4 HD lace. And we're almost done. And when I'm done, I'm going to color it. We're going to make a nice sleek bob. And this is going to be up for sale or up for raffle, guys. So make sure you're subscribed because you never know. You can maybe win this wig. All right, so stay tuned for part 2 of making this unit. So Rhonda, what are we going to talk about when I come back on live? We're going to talk about that. I'm going to make sure that I get you on for you to be the moderator. Thank you so much, honey. I need help. But we need, my son told me that I should do story time. So Do you have, I have so many stories I can tell. So many stories. But I'll think of something, but if you guys, I'll think of a story time for you guys. Do you want drama or something like, something, I mean, I can, I don't know if I want to go in depth with some story times, because my story times are going to be crazy. But I do have something to tell you guys. I did take a, let me show you guys, and I'll be right back. Let me show you guys really quick what's coming up for us this week on a live. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. It's in my pocket. Guess what? I had a thing that I wanted to do, Rhonda. I don't know. We'll probably have to talk about that on email in private and see if it's something I want to do right now. But guys, who's in here? I got 22 people watching right now, but guys that's watching, I did this. And my results are going to be back in, they told me by the 30th, but I think it's going to be back before that. And I've been having like anxiety. I've been having like what is that? I've been lagging a little bit because I've been waiting on the results of this, my heritage DNA testing. And why? Because I want to know, like, I know that I'm Cuban, I know that I'm Jamaican, born in America. I want to know more, you know? I don't want to just know it's just as far as my great grands, because I like watching stuff from like Tudor times, from like, what do you call it, from like King James the Third, or they have this show called The Tudors with Mary. Anyway, long story short, when you look at some people's history and family, it goes back literally hundreds of years. I know our history as far as being, you know, having, coming from, being originally from Africa. Because I don't like the word black. We're not black. We're like from Africa. Because an Italian is an Italian. A German is a German. So if I'm from Jamaica, I'm Jamaican. If I'm from Cuba, I should be Cuban. So I don't like the white and the black thing that was made up over here in America. So get back to where I'm going with this. I took one of these, but Miranda said why, and that's why I just basically want to go further down into my history of where I'm from. Basically, because I know that my family is Jamaican and Cuban. Obviously, where in America they call you African American, but basically we know we're from originally from Africa. What part of Africa do my family originate from? You know what I mean? I want to know where in Cuba that the rest of my family is, because I don't know. I know I have family in Cuba, but I don't know them. I don't know where they are. Maybe I can find them on Facebook, Google them, or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, the kit will be, I already sent off the kit. It's been like almost 3 weeks, and the results will be back in by the 30th of June, they said. And I'm going to, why did it make me anxious? I don't know why it makes me anxious. Can you tell that I'm lying? Yeah, but maybe when I'm reading my results, I'll tell you guys eventually why I'm anxious, and we'll turn that into a story time. But I had to swab my mouth and put it into a vial, put it into an envelope, and then ship it off. And I did that almost 3 weeks ago. And yeah, oh, what's this? Okay, so yeah, this is just something they sent in the kit, but I took it, sent it off. It's been 3 weeks, and it should be here by the 30th. And I'm gonna read the results with you guys. And I would probably tell you then, Rhonda, why I'm anxious, because you just knew that I was not telling the total truth. Oh my God. Well, I ordered it online at myheritage.com, and they're on sale now. Cause usually it's like what? Usually it's at least $35 more, and I actually got it on sale for $33. So they said it was a Mother's Day deal, and then I went back because I'm checking every couple of days because they told me that it would be back between June 25th and, or no, between June 23rd and the 30th. So I've been checking every day. So I think it's still a sale. So you should grab it before they bring it back to its regular price. But I've been wanting to do this for like a long time, more than 2 to 3 years. And I'm gonna do another one just to like confirm it and stuff like that. Yeah, you should get one. It's gonna be fun, I think, finding some of my ancestors, and maybe I'll be shocked. I want to see how much percent Jamaican I am, how much percent African I am, how much percent Cuban I am, how much percent whatever else I am. I want to know what I am. Yeah, so that's why I did that, and that's why I have a little anxiety. It's gonna it's I think it's worth having anxiety for. Yeah, so I don't know. What's today's date? Let me take a look. Maybe that day I'm gonna come on here and finish this unit, and we'll have another like talk about the DNA stuff and stuff like that. But the day that I do read my DNA results, I probably do the cut that day, or maybe I'll finish the wig that day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Rhonda just knew I was not telling the truth. She's like, "Why are you anxious?" We're gonna have a good story time about that eventually one day, guys. One day. One day. So I hope you guys like this video. Leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed because you never know, this wig might be given away to you. I do have membership, $5 a month. I also have super things where you can leave me $1 or two thanking me for the video, and it helps the channel to grow. And remember to leave a like on the video. I don't know if I said that already, but it gets me out there in the algorithms, guys. I love you all so much. Hi, I'm about to leave, but thanks for stopping by. Make sure you're subscribed. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah! We'll be finishing this way. Bye.